Years went by, and starting in '97, Chris Rock, the comedian, had this brand new talk show on HBO called The Chris Rock Show. It was sketch comedy, and he would have a guest on there performing, kind of like the Dave Chappelle show, but years ago, before the Chappelle show, there was the Chris Rock Show. And yo, what's up? And welcome to another episode of True Stories. Now, this is the story how I fell madly in love with the singer, Alanis Morissette. Now, this is, I'm gonna say 1995. I was dating this snow bunny, right? And in the mid-90s, for me, it was all about gangster rap. I'm dating her. She lived across town in a white area. And Alanis Morissette just burst onto the scene with this new album, Jagged Little Pill. Man, I heard her on the radio all the time, you know. You ought to know, Hand in the Pocket, you know, Ironic. All them songs on the radio, I'm like, Jesus Christ. She lived on MTV. You couldn't escape her. But, you know, it wasn't my type of vibe. Well, dating the snow bunny, she really always played Alanis Morissette whenever I get into her car. Hell, you ride in my car, it was all about that Cube and Compton's in the house. But when you dating out of your race, you try to show each other new things culturally. Like whenever a Spike Lee joint would come out, I would take her to go see it, you know, get her involved with that Spike Lee stuff. When the Olympics came out in the 90s, how Muhammad Ali was lighting the torch, and she was like, oh, he's shaking, he gonna burn. So I'm like, motherfucker, look, this man is a sports icon figure. This is Muhammad Ali. You know, we were showing each other cultural aspects of our lives, so we was learning and growing together. Well, Alanis Morissette, she was cool, but you know, she lived on MTV. I was like, okay, whatever. You know, like I said, it was all about that Compton style for me. Years went by, and starting in '97, Chris Rock, the comedian, had this brand new talk show on HBO called The Chris Rock Show. It was sketch comedy, and he would have a guest on there performing, kind of like the Dave Chappelle show, but years ago, before the Chappelle show, there was the Chris Rock Show. And man, it came on every single week, I think on Friday night or Thursday night, and man, loved this show. And I will watch it religiously. Well, one time in 1999, I was watching the show. This is back when we had VHSs, because I recorded his show every week. And what happened was, I had fell asleep, and my videotape tape kept recording. And right after that show went off, HBO had an unplugged concert of Alanis Morissette, live from the Roxy Theater in New York. So I woke up, and I'm listening to her sing, but I was subliminally hearing her sing in my head going, okay, this sounds kind of cool. Well, earlier that year, or the year before, in '98, a movie had came out called City of Angels, starring Nicolas Cage and Meg Ryan. And Alanis Morissette did a song to that soundtrack called Uninvited. And that was the song that was playing in the background when I woke up, and that concert, Unplugged, was playing. I'm like, wow, this is powerful. And I woke up and I looked. I'd never really paid attention to Alanis Morissette. She looked like a little dirty hippie to me. You know, I didn't, you know, whatever. But I looked at her, I'm like, wow, she is strikingly beautiful. Big, round, brown eyes and perfect structure. And when she sings, the way she tilts her head, move her mouth, I'm like, damn, she's really into her music. And the girl can't dance to save her life, but whenever a drum will come in or a guitar riff, she started dancing. She's doing her head like this and moving around. She danced to how she felt, and I admire that. It's all about self-expression. And when the concert was over, I realized I recorded it. I rewound it back and watched it over and over. I'm like, wow, this chick is deep. Her words are powerful. She writes from the heart. All of her songs are damn near personal. And I really went deep diving and learning all about her. And at that moment, I realized, man, I absolutely love this woman. She is dope. You had some great music in the 90s. You had Hootie and the Blowfish. Of course, Madonna was banging. But Alanis Morissette, for about 2 to 3 years, dominated all of popular music. No one could touch it. And she fell off because, fame got to her. She wasn't ready for that. She's a Canadian kid. She's part Native American, but she's really deep into her culture, and I respect that. But man, a lot of the stuff that I do today that you guys hear, a lot of my poetry, when I'm writing stories, I'm either playing Prince in the background, or believe it or not, Alanis Morissette. I just released my brand new poem, Primal. It's brand new to you, but I wrote it years ago. When I wrote that poem, I was playing Alanis Morissette in the background. That song, Uninvited. And that was the song that changed me. After that, I went and bought all her CDs and went heavy deep into listening to all of her music. I absolutely love that woman's music, man. And she inspires me in ways you couldn't even imagine. He had a kid from Compton writing all this stuff, listen to Alanis Morissette in the background. Love that woman. But yeah, man, she's a icon in the community. She a pioneer. She was the first to try to get that music where you own your own music and things like that. You can just like sell it online. She's one of the first pioneers to get that up and going. So smart, beautiful, talented, and just endless, sultry music. She still performs to this very day those iconic songs from back in the day, and they never get old. And her voice is so unique, got that little twang in her voice. Yeah, I bought all of her DVDs of her in concert. Yeah, I studied her like a essay test. I mean, love me Alanis Morissette. But yo, that is a true story. And Shauna Caldwell, if you're out there, thank you for way back in the day introduced me to Alanis Morissette. It took a while for me to, really appreciate it. But yeah, because of you, that woman is alive and well in my heart. Love you, love you, love you, Alanis. If I ever see you, girl, I'll melt in your arms. You are all of that and a bag of chips. Until the next time on True Stories. Yo, here's a little tidbit about Alanis Morissette. She was already big in Canada back in the day. But when her album, Jack Lit a Pill, before it came out, she had a hard time getting record companies to sign her. They was like, man, what the hell is this shit? This is bullshit. I don't like it. Nobody would sign her. No one would give her a contract. You know who stepped up to the plate and took a risk on Alanis Morissette? Yes, Madonna. As big as a star she was, she seen something special about that woman and hooked her up. Madonna helped discover Alanis Morissette. Yo, now that's cool. Peace.